All right, I'm gonna try to unpack this guy and let's find out who he really is. All right, and there's a lot to unpack here. There's a whole bunch of stuff, but hopefully it's gonna make sense because this comes from the occult, and the occult feeds us a part of understanding which is not necessarily the correct understanding. We live underneath a made up story. So let's take a look at Jesus Christ here. Jesus Christ, what we can see here, this is composed of 5 letters, and this is composed of 6 letters, giving us our 5 and our 6, and we also can associate that to geometry. So 2 stars. He was born under the Star of Bethlehem. The Star of Bethlehem is the conjunction of Jupiter, which is the king of gods, and Venus, which is the goddess of fertility. And when these 2 astrological bodies get together, we had the birth of the King of Kings, coming from its father, the King of Gods. But that's not really, I'm just showing a part of the story, how all this is sort of made up out of a whole lot of stuff. And we have Jesus, that starts with a J, which is also known as Lamed, which came from something that was associated to him, the shepherd's staff. Now, J, Lamed, is the symbol of learning and is the heart, somebody that's associated to heart, in Kabbalah learning. And it's in the middle of the alphabet. Okay, so we got a lot here pointing in a direction. Jesus, the Aleph-Tav. This is mentioned 9,612 times in the Old Testament. Not that I counted, depending on the internet, but here we go. And it's also mentioned 983 times in the New Testament. So Jesus, the Aleph-Tav. What's the Aleph-Tav? The Aleph-Tav is the Hebrew alphabet, and it is composed of 22 letters. So we started with Jesus Christ, 11, and we have 22 associated to Aleph-Tav. And that's right, we end up on that magical day where he transformed into a spirit. He went from 32 to 33, 33 being magic. 3 days, 3 nights, he was crucified. So here we go. So we got 33 and 33. I'll explain that later. All right, okay. So we have 33. 33 is a good start to this. We have a star. Gimel is the 3rd letter of the Jewish alphabet, also associated to the word God. Christ is the 3rd letter of our alphabet. And God is Christ as Christ is God. There you go. 33. You got your symbol. Now, is there anything that confirms that we are dealing with the alphabet? Well, we've got this saying. In the beginning was the what? The Word. All right? And in. The Word was God. What do you find in words? Letters. You find the alphabet. He also states, I am the Alpha and the Omega. I am. What's Alpha and Omega? It's the first letter of the Greek alphabet and the last. In other words, the alphabet. All right, so we got another thing. What was he? He was a carpenter. And where do you find this symbol? Shazam! In the tree of life, on the top here, the Kabbalah. So we got the cross of Christ, and his head is where? In the crown of the tree, meaning he's a king. That's a crown. Who wears crowns? Kings. He had a thorny crown, which obviously, what's between the moon and the sun? Well, you have stars, so he had a thorny crown. I see, that's where that came from. And he died after 3 days and 3 nights. And where do you see his hands being pinned? Where is the carpenter? In the tree, pinned on the third Sephiroth up, under this side, the sunny side, and on the moon side. So we've got this sort of saying, well, it may be coming from there, but is there more? There is, because 33 inside of this Kabbalah is the master number. He was also a master. He was also known as the teacher. 33 is the teacher. And 33 is the angel numbers. Angle numbers, where we have, we put this in angles, we have this thing. So, and also 3, we got 3 angles. Anyways, so we've got 11 for Jesus Christ. We got 22 for the Aleph-Tav, which is Jesus, the Aleph-Tav, the alphabet, because the alphabet, the Hebrew alphabet, was created using the tree. It has 22 letters, and it comes from the tree. So Jesus is the alphabet. And it's as simple as that. And we could put him right where he belongs, right up there. The carpenter and his stories. Good story, bro.